Coming up, Kamilla will be speaking with Dr. Sahukhan, a registered counselor who also writes a column in Canadian Immigrant Magazine. He is also a faculty member at Langara College and a media consultant on multicultural relationship issues. Let's hear what they have to say.
It is my extreme pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Sahukhan. He has a rare perspective on multicultural romance. He is a registered counselor and has been doing this work since 1997. He also he's a contributor writer for the Immigrant Magazine, as well as he's a lecturer at the Langara College teaching romance East and West. Plus, on top of doing all that, he also do consultation work with all the media, the radio, television, and newspaper. So welcome, first of all.
Nice to be here.
Okay. So why did you pick up this concept of cultural counseling? Why is this your specialty?
I think, Kamilla, this field chose me instead of me choosing the field. Especially for the last 5 years, I've had most of my new clients who are in cross-cultural relationships come to me and say that they chose me because they wanted someone, a counselor, who understands both the Eastern and Western perspective and the culture and the family dynamics in both cultures. And then around the same time I started doing some research about this field, and I found that in Canada, out of all those singles who are dating, 21% belong to a cross-cultural relationship, but when it comes to marriage, only 3% are cross-cultural. So I found that very perplexing, and that manifested itself in me creating a model called a romantic culture clash, which addresses all these limitations in cross-cultural relationships and offers possible solutions.
So when doing this work, what are your biggest challenges?
I think there's many challenges, two of which are, the first one is family fears. I think that especially the ethnic family, they fear when their children are in cross-cultural relationships with Caucasian people, they fear a loss of their culture, a loss of their religion, a loss of their traditions. And the Chinese parents have told me that they're afraid that their children will become bananas. Have you heard that expression before? Bananas, yellow on the outside, white on the inside. And the Indian parents fear that the children will become coconuts.
Right.
So that's one of the. That's right.
Yes.
And another major concern is that sometimes ethnic people get into relationship with Caucasian people for the wrong reasons. Right. Historically, ethnic people have valued Caucasian people as bright and intelligent and socially competent, socially superior, and so therefore, I mean, lots of people, ethnic cultures have even used topical creams to try to lighten their skins to resemble Caucasian people. And so by going into a cross-cultural relationship with someone who is Caucasian, they are in fact assimilating into Caucasian culture and increasing their social status. Now the thing is, the limitation comes where, in fact, what they're doing is they're denying their own race. Right. They're denying their own identity, which later on could come back to haunt them.
Right. So who are your clients? Do the parents come to the people they are planning to be together or get married or common law, whatever? Who are your clients?
All the above.
My
clients come from a wide array of people. Many people who are in cross-cultural relationships who want to get married, they come for premarital counseling to look at all the different factors in different religions and cultures, and thinking about things like children and what the different cultures say about it. So to come up with a negotiation, some form of agreement before they take the next step. Parents come who just don't understand the culture that their children are, a person who they're dating and their culture, and they want some education about that. And then there's the intergenerational conflict between children and the parents. So they come to, as a family, to form some form of understanding between the two parties.
So, I mean, for children, I think they come and they want to talk about when they're going to have children and all that, you know. But I'm surprised that the parents come, you know. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm surprised that at least they are trying to educate themselves. I mean, what it means to bring a white woman as a daughter-in-law in the family. And what the outcome going to be, what the children going to be looking like. Later on in life, how they will pick up religion, you know.
Well, the thing is, when we look at the limitation of cross-cultural relationship, we hear the children's voice, but no one really surveys or questions or listens to the parents. The parents, we many times we take them as rigid people who just demand their children to stay within the same or marry someone within the same culture. But the thing is, they have a lot of fears, and fears are not that impractical either. So by the children in a counseling arena listening to the parents' fears, the children then understand, wow, that my parents really love me. That's why they're so concerned about who I marry and the type of children we have later on. And you know, one of the parents said to me, well, what about my grandchildren? I won't have a chance to speak their language. I don't speak English. What about my children? And the thing is, the products of cross-cultural relationship, the children also sometimes feel that they don't belong in either culture. So I try to help them as well, to try to celebrate both cultures and be a part of both cultures.
Right. And I also understand you teach, you are a professor teaching, is it romance, East and West at Langara College. So who are your students? Who come to your class?
Yes, I think, well, my students range from people who are in cross-cultural relationships to people who would like to be in cross-cultural relationships to people for whom cross-cultural relationship did not work out as well as they would like it to have, to parents of children who are in cross-cultural relationships, to therapists who want to develop some form of cultural sensitivity so that they can use it with their patients or their clients as well.
Anyhow, it seems like so interesting. You just touched the tip of the iceberg in here. It seems like we can talk, you can sit and talk hours in here. But do you have a website?
I do. My website, which lists everything that I do, it's easy to remember. Your viewers don't have to rush to get a pen. It's www.multiculturalromance.com. And the Langara course, by the way, there's few seats still available. It's a fun time for all.
Okay. And secondly, you also have a private practice. If they want to make appointment one-to-one and come and see you, so what's that number?
My phone number at my office is 604-639-4443.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sahukhan. Be able to come and educate our community a little bit. But again, we will continue this conversation. We ran out of time today, but we love to have you and talk a little bit more about what else do you do and how the people that are watching today's show be able to get hold of you and be able to talk to the children, talk to you, and have a little bit of understanding of a cross-cultural relationship.
Great, it would be my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sahukhan, for your insight. That was extremely interesting. If you're interested in knowing more about his work, you can go to his website at www.multiculturalromance.com.